If you've been scrolling through endless listings, comparing glass door refrigerators, and still feel like you're missing that one piece of info that will finally tip the scales, you're not alone. I've been there, standing in the kitchen aisle wondering if the glossy FOD is just marketing fluff or actually worth the extra square foot of countertop real estate. The decision feels especially heavy when you consider that a commercial-grade unit isn't a weekend hobby purchase, it's a long-term commitment that can either streamline your daily workflow or become a silent money drain. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's unpack why the Summit Appliance commercial glass door might be the right or wrong choice for you, based on the practical realities of running a small CAF, a home-based catering operation, or even a serious food prep hobbyist's pantry. First, the biggest draw people notice is the precision temperature control. In commercial kitchens, the difference between a perfectly chilled bottle of white wine and one that's lost its crispness can be minutes. Summit's digital sensor promises to keep the interior within a half degree of the set point, which translates into consistent storage conditions for dairy, charcuterie, and pre-made meals. If you're the type of person who pre-ports desserts in advance and relies on that exact chill to maintain texture, this steadiness can reduce waste. On the flip side, the tight temperature tolerance means the unit will cycle more frequently in environments where ambient temperatures swing. Think an open-plan kitchen with fluctuating heat from ovens. That can increase the compressor's workload, potentially nudging up energy consumption and wear over years. Automatic defrost is another feature that sounds convenient on paper. For a busy prep station, you won't need to schedule a manual defrost window that interrupts service. The system runs a short, low-intensity melt cycle during off-peak hours, draining water into the built-in tray. In practice, this works fine when your fridge is situated away from heavy foot traffic. However, the drainage tray has limited capacity, and if you're running the unit 24/7 with high humidity foods, like fresh herbs or leafy greens, the tray can fill quickly, leading to occasional overflow that drips onto the floor. A simple solution is to check the tray daily and empty it, an extra step that savvy operators will incorporate into their routine, but one you might want to factor into your daily checklist. Security and accessibility are built around a lockable glass door with a keypad entry. This is a nice middle ground for businesses that need to control who can reach the contents without sacrificing the visual appeal of a clear front. Imagine a boutique coffee shop where you want to showcase your premium beans and cold brew bottles without letting anyone rummage through. The keypad lets you set individual codes for staff, and you can change them without having to replace a lock. The downside surfaces when you need to replace a malfunctioning keypad. Because the unit isn't designed for quick swap parts, you'll have to call a technician, which can add downtime. For a home kitchen user, the lock might feel unnecessary, but it does prevent kids from opening the door after a midnight snack run. Aesthetically, the Summit unit leans heavily on a sleek, tempered glass facade that makes the interior visible at a glance. In a retail setting, that can be a silent salesperson, customers see neatly arranged pastries, colorful smoothies, or artisanal cheeses and feel an instant urge to buy. The glass also doubles as a light source, amplifying internal LED strips that keep everything uniformly lit. That visibility is handy for a chef who wants to quickly scan inventory without opening doors, saving those precious seconds during a rush. Yet, the glass surface is prone to fingerprints and smudges. In a high-traffic environment, you'll find yourself reaching for a microfiber cloth more often than you'd like. The cleaning routine isn't technically difficult, but it does add a maintenance item to your schedule. Versatile storage and customization get a shout-out because the internal shelving is adjustable, and you can add or remove door bins to suit different bottle sizes or tray layouts. For a microbrewery that needs to store cans of varying diameters, this flexibility means you won't be forced into a one-size-fits-all approach. The trade-off is that the shelving hinges can feel a bit loose after repeated reconfiguration, leading to a faint rattling noise when the door is opened. It's not a structural flaw, but it's something to be aware of if you plan to shuffle the interior layout often. So, who should consider putting this commercial glass door unit into their space? If you run a small to medium food service operation where visual merchandising, precise temperature consistency, and controlled access matter, the Summit Appliance commercial glass door delivers on those fronts. It shines for businesses that want the showroom effect. Think coffee shops, boutique delis, or a chef's private pantry where every ingredient is both stored and displayed. The automatic defrost and lockable door enhance workflow, while the adjustable shelving accommodates changing inventory needs. On the other hand, if you're a hobbyist home cook who mainly needs a reliable fridge for occasional meal prep, the premium glass front end